Want to speak real Thai from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ThaiPod101.com.
When learning a new language, it's easy to think, I don't think I'm making any progress. What if I never reach my goals? We all get these thoughts from time to time, but are they worth being scared of? What are the fears language learners tend to have the most? And how can you learn to overcome them? Here are the top 4 language learning fears, according to our users. Number 1, I'm not good enough to start speaking yet. This is a pretty common fear or misconception that most learners have. Here's how you overcome it. The best way to get good at speaking is to start speaking from day 1. You need to open your mouth and just start talking. If you think you're not good enough, just focus on the lines you want to say. Number 2, I'm afraid I'll never be fluent. You've got to set small, specific goals. Make daily goals, like having just a 5-minute conversation. As these small goals add up, you'll be speaking more comfortably. Number 3, I'm not making any progress. There are 2 things you can do right now. Use the dashboard to track your progress. Our dashboard shows how much you've accomplished. Or try a harder lesson on our website. The lessons come with line-by-line translations, and the hosts explain everything. Now you can understand something you didn't minutes ago. Number 4, I'm afraid of not understanding anything I hear. This fear can occur when you hear advanced grammar and vocabulary and it just goes completely over your head. To beat this, simply read along with our line-by-line tool. It's the best way to instantly understand advanced conversations. Translations and scripts are right in front of you. For real-life situations, learn useful phrases such as, can you say it more slowly? I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with saying that you didn't understand something.
9 phrases that make you look like a fool. Let's begin. คุณไม่ค่อยฉลาดเลย You're not very smart. คุณไม่ค่อยฉลาดเลย You're not very smart. Cruel words. คุณไม่มีทางจะประสบความสำเร็จ You will never succeed. คุณไม่มีทางจะประสบความสำเร็จ Even though they said, don't be discouraged by these words.Then you will succeed. That is what I believe. ฉันถูก คุณผิด I'm right and you're wrong. Normally I don't say this, but when I get angry I say this. Anyway, I'm right, you're wrong. ฉันถูก คุณผิด ฉันรู้ทุกอย่าง I know everything. ฉันรู้ทุกอย่าง I know everything. Do you know everything? I don't think anyone will know everything. ฉันไม่จำเป็นต้องเรียนรู้อะไรอีกแล้ว I don't need to learn anything anymore. ฉันไม่จำเป็นต้องเรียนรู้อะไรอีกแล้ว I don't need to learn anything anymore. I don't think that they don't need to learn anything anymore. I think they have to learn a lot. Seriously. ฉันไม่ต้องการคำแนะนำจากคุณ I don't need your advice. ฉันไม่ต้องการคำแนะนำจากคุณ I don't need your advice. Whether the advice is good or bad, like for me,I strongly believe that you just listen to it first. If it's useful, then you make use of it. If it doesn't, then just ignore. You don't have to say, I don't need your advice. That's not nice. มันยากไป อย่าคิดจะลองเลย It's too hard. Don't even try. มันยากไป อย่าคิดจะลองเลย It's too hard. Don't even try. Even though people say it, just do it.Just ignore all the bad comments, you know. เราทำแบบนั้นไม่ได้ We can't do that. เราทำแบบนั้นไม่ได้ We can't do that. Don't say this to yourself. If you can't do it, just try to do it. You have to try if you want to do something. แค่ทำตามที่ฉันบอก Just do what I say. แค่ทำตามที่ฉันบอก Just do what I say. People who use this sentence,maybe a bit too bossy, so they just want people to follow what they are doing. Don't think, just do what I say. But for me, I think it's fine. Sometimes they just want to do what other people say.
Want to speak real Thai from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ThaiPod101.com.
These are 4 methods to help you think in a new language. Number 1. Surround yourself with your target language. This way, you'll be completely immersed in the language. Without realizing it, you'll learn pronunciation, sentence structures, grammar, and new vocabulary. Play music in the background while you're cooking, or have a radio station on while you study. Just use one of our endless podcasts available to you. These are easy to listen to in the background while doing other things. Number 2. Learn through observation. This is how we all learned our native languages as kids. Words will develop their own meanings that relate better to your target language, rather than meanings that are translated directly. Number 3. Speak out loud to yourself. Even if you're a little embarrassed, it forces you to listen to how you speak. It makes it much easier to spot simple grammar mistakes. Number 4. Practice daily. If you practice everything for only one day, you won't retain the information you learned. The brain can realistically only focus for about 30 minutes. So studying a little every day allows you to absorb better.
In this video, you'll have a chance to test them out with a quiz. First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
ครูและนักเรียนกำลังคุยกัน นักเรียนจะไปที่ห้องทำงานครูเมื่อไหร่ หนูไม่ค่อยเข้าใจที่ครูสอนในห้องเรียนวันนี้เท่าไหร่เลยค่ะ
จริงเหรอ มีคำถามอะไรไหมล่ะ
มีหลายข้อเหมือนกันค่ะ ตอนนี้ครูมีเวลาไหมคะ
ตอนนี้ครูยุ่งนิดหน่อยนะ เธอมาที่ห้องทำงานครูตอนบ่ายได้ไหม ครูจะอยู่ช่วงบ่ายโมงถึงบ่ายสี่
ได้ค่ะ งั้นหนูไปหาตอนบ่ายสองนะคะ นักเรียนจะไปที่ห้องทำงานครูเมื่อไหร่ ครูและนักเรียนกำลังคุยกัน นักเรียนจะไปที่ห้องทำงานครูเมื่อไหร่ หนูไม่ค่อยเข้าใจที่ครูสอนในห้องเรียนวันนี้เท่าไหร่เลยค่ะ
จริงเหรอ มีคำถามอะไรไหมล่ะ
มีหลายข้อเหมือนกันค่ะ ตอนนี้ครูมีเวลาไหมคะ
ตอนนี้ครูยุ่งนิดหน่อยนะ เธอมาที่ห้องทำงานครูตอนบ่ายได้ไหม ครูจะอยู่ช่วงบ่ายโมงถึงบ่ายสี่
ได้ค่ะ งั้นหนูไปหาตอนบ่ายสองนะคะ
Top 10 hardest word to pronounce. Let's begin. กรุงเทพมหานคร Bangkok กรุงเทพมหานคร If you go to Thailand and you hear people talk about Bangkok, they will say กรุงเทพ because like conversation wise it's easier to pronounce like that กรุงเทพ but a longer name is กรุงเทพมหานคร But do you know that the real name of Bangkok is actually the longest city name in the world? Even for Thai, it's very difficult to remember the whole name. So, the whole name of Bangkok is กรุงเทพมหานคร อมรรัตนโกสินทร์ มหินทรายุทธยามหาดิลก พบนพรัตน์ราชธานีบุรี รมอุดม ราชนิเวศน์มหาสถาน อมรพิมานอวตารสถิต สกทัตติยะวิษณุกรรมประสิทธิ์ Yay! It's like I was rapping. ข้าวขาว white rice. One is like higher than another. So ข้าวขาว means white rice. The rice that we eat. That's called ข้าวขาว ข้าว means rice and ขาว means white. So together it's like white rice. ข้าวขาว ควาย buffalo. In Thailand, there are a lot of buffaloes in rural areas, but it looks very different from those in the States. Like in the States, if you're talking about buffaloes, it's more of like a bigger, like more hairy, like hairy creatures, you see. But Thai buffaloes look very different. Like they are hairless, smaller in size. You can see a lot of that in Thailand. ตัดทอน reduce. Actually, the first word ตัด meaning cut is like cut down something. So ตัดทอน means reduce. But it's quite formal. So for me, I don't really use this word myself. Like personally, I don't really use this word. But you can see it in the documents, news. So ตัดทอน reduce ทฤษฎี theory in Thai is ทฤษฎี Okay, to tell you a secret, even I don't pronounce this word properly when I talk because it's very difficult to pronounce it like correctly. In daily life, I just say ทฤษฎี ทฤษฎี but it's wrong though. So the correct way of pronouncing this is ทฤษฎี ประพฤติ behave ประพฤติ behave. Let's practice again. ประพฤติ pra and then plut like L sound within the word. So it's like pra plut. รุนแรง violent รุนแรง violent. The only difficult part is you have to click your tongue while you're speaking like r. You can try r, 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 like that. And then when you use it, when you form a word, it would be รุนแรง รุนแรง อร่อย delicious. So อร่อย 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 and you say it faster อร่อย but don't confuse this word to what which is อะไร for me I have a foreigner friend and I always ask him to pronounce this sentence which is everything is delicious อะไรอะไรก็อร่อย อะไร is what like whatever you eat is delicious so อะไรอะไรก็อร่อย โรงเรียน โรงเรียน school same as what I have taught you so far so ร sound โรงเรียน and say it faster โรงเรียน that's school ง่าย easy ง่าย meaning easy like thinking of singing the ng sound you use that sound in front of the word ง่าย ง่าย is it easy ง่ายไหม I don't think it is but it's a good word to learn